I'm Leon Taylor, McNair now info, and I'm sitting here at the county mayor's office, Mr. Ronnie Brooks, and voting is about to take process here in McNair County, and I wanted to come up here and to talk to him. And Mr. Ronnie Brooks, glad to be up in your office, and I want to know why would the citizens of McNair County vote for you again, and I wanted you to share some of that information. Where are we as a county as we stand right now under your administration?
Leon, I appreciate you being here, and I do want to share with you what we are doing and where we are going. I feel really good. You know, over this last 4 years, obviously everything doesn't move as quickly as we all would like to in government, but we're going in the right direction. Our unemployment rate has dropped. We're making in process of negotiations on our health care for emergency services in different areas. Obviously, we're looking at our fire department. Of course, I can go a little bit more in depth in all of those. I'd be glad to. But we're making leeway. I feel very confident that we're on the right track.
So you don't feel like it's a time we ain't on a burn the ship that you need to jump sail?
Oh, definitely not. You know, financially, you know, the county is. I mean, we're obviously not flush with cash, but we're doing well. We've been able to meet our obligations. You know, as far as our debt goes, we don't have a lot of debt at this point. So we're able to do not a lot of things, but we're able to do several things.
So I understand that there's been a fluctuation of jobs here in Erie County.
Over the last 18 months, we've had about 500 new jobs.
500?
And one of those was a large expansion of about 210 additional jobs, which is great. Our unemployment rate dropped a great deal from what it was 4 years ago. It would average between 8 and 12% unemployment rate. Right now, we're just a half a point off of what the state average is, which is 4%. Okay. Ours is 4.5. So that's good. We're getting more. There are jobs in McNair County.
What about industry?
Industry, we're continuing to work on growth of industry. We're in a good position now. Well, good and bad, because at this point we have no new property.
Oh, really?
All of our current buildings are occupied with an industry, which is, you know, we have maybe one or two smaller buildings in the county but
well, that's good news.
It is, but that means we're going to have to buy some property, and we have some property that we're negotiating at this point to try to look into purchasing.
Well, where do you see, if citizens allow you 4 more years, where do you see McNair County?
I can see, obviously, we're going to more jobs. We hope we're working on more retail, and that's a hard one, but we're making efforts in that direction, and that's what everybody wants to see. Our health care is going to improve because we're in negotiations now for several different services. We got different entities that are interested in property and development.
What kind of timeline, Mr. Brooks, are you counting?
Now some of them will be within the 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
Now some of the others may take a little bit longer. We're talking about under health care because we're all still negotiating. The citizens may not know that we did acquire the property where the hospital
was.
Yes.
Okay, what are we doing with that?
Well, actually, that was approached by the state about needing a new health department because the services for the health department have grown. Mm-hmm. Well, not the services, but the volume of clientele has grown. So they were interested in a new facility now, and I approached CHS about the older clinic that's on that property, the larger clinic, and we made them an offer. And they took that. Of course, the state's going to reimburse us for that property, and so that means that we basically will have the property paid for. And we didn't have to. This didn't cost taxpayers any more money. There was no tax increase or anything like that to purchase the property. Matter of fact, we'll have it probably paid off by next year. We're going to lease the other 2 properties. And then we have an option from an agency in emergency services that there's well, not an option, but they're negotiating with us for some of that property and to see if it would be viable. Then we have a health system that is interested in a specialty clinic in one of the properties. So there's a lot of things that are happening, and I want to see them through.
Want to see them through, yeah.
So,
because I know things slow down when administrations change.
Yeah, and,
so
and there's a lot of things hinging on, obviously, on these negotiations, so to make things happen the way that we want them to.
Okay, well, good. Sound like you positive. So you now, when is early vote?
Early voting is July the 13th, and the election is August 2nd.
August 2nd. I know from your perspective, you're asking the citizens for their vote.
I definitely, and I appreciate their vote and their vote of confidence for, because they put a lot of confidence in me this last election, and I do want to make sure that they feel like they're getting their bang for their buck, and that's what I'll continue to do, give them the best service that I can possibly
Well,
give.
is there anything you can say to your critics, because we all have critics, that, well, you know, everybody have critics. I don't care who's in the office, who's in the seat.
Yeah.
It's called a hot seat.
It is, and unfortunately, you know, in the scope of things, over this last 6 years, basically, we've been confronted with a lot of issues in the county. We're getting past those.
Well,
We're making leeway. There's a lot of things, but unfortunately, you know, we've a lot of catching up to do, and it's going to take us time. But I'm trying to push things as quickly as possible, and a lot of things you cannot push. And then I feel very confident within the next 4 years that we'll see a significant change.
Well, thank you, Ronnie, Mayor Brooks, and we thank you for the opportunity. I thought the citizens maybe would like to hear a word from you
Well, I appreciate
concerning where the county is going and your solicitation of their continued support. So thank you for your time, and God bless you.
Thank you, Leon. God bless you and everybody in McNairy County. Hello, I'm Ronnie Brooks, your mayor of McNairy County. 4 years ago, you gave me the privilege and honor to serve as mayor. At that time, I pledged to you that I would do my best to move the county forward, and I think we've done just that. Now I'm asking you again for 4 more years to see all these projects through, and with you, together, we can build a better community in McNairy County. Thank you. I ask for your vote August the 2nd. Early voting is July the 13th. God bless.